There was a time in this fair land when the railroad did not run, when the wild, majestic mountains stood alone against the sun.
Hey, it's a great day. It's day 19 on the Pacific Crest Trail. Last time we spoke, I was finishing up day 16 at Acton KOA. I did want to point out that the Acton KOA has been supportive of thru-hikers since it was established, and that place, that support never wavered this entire hiking season. So that place is a class act, and well worth stopping at if you're on the PCT. So the next day out of Acton, first 10 miles, just walking, getting used to the heavy weight of the rucksack because of the 10-day resupply that was in it. Went through Vasquez State Park, very pretty. But it's also known as the set for a number of movies and TV episodes, including Blazing Saddles and one of my favorite Star Trek episodes where Captain Kirk fights the Lizard Man mano on mano. So that was really nice. I enjoyed that. I have been avoiding towns as much as possible, as you know, but the Pacific Crest Trail actually goes down Main Street of Aqua Dulce. So I'm walking through the town of Aqua Dulce, and over on the right was a Sweetwater Bar and Grill, very supportive of thru-hikers. They have a big welcome PCT 2020 hikers sign outside, and I stopped counting the number of names after 100. So the PCT class of 2020 is alive and well. But there were 5 other hikers there having lunch out on the patio. People could eat inside as well, and there were people out there, but the thru-hikers were out on the patio, and I joined them. I had a great burger and a couple beers, and the beers did not really help me as far as my performance that afternoon, getting up a couple big hills. So that was a great time in Aqua Dulce. And then myself and Lost Larry, a triple crowner, we were hiking somewhat together for 2 days. We wound up getting trail magic towards the end of the day, and the gentleman just wanted to talk and see how things were on the trail. And so after about 45 minutes of that, we just, grabbed the closest campsite and called it an evening. Going into Hiker Town, it's kind of a theme park-esque establishment right on the edge of the LA Aqueduct, where the PCT actually walks along the aqueduct. Very hot, flat area. And so most PCT hikers stop there to rest up, cache, that sort of, get a cache, charge their batteries. It's going to be a great day. I'm up pretty high in the hills, so I've been all morning long walking through this nice forested area. It's real pretty, but I know later on today I'm going to be heading down into the desert. The flora and fauna are going to change very quickly. In the ever elusive objective of finding water in the desert, up in some of these hills there's these cisterns, and what happens is it literally collects rainwater on the rooftop here, and it goes down, just drains down here to the gutter, and then down into the pipe, and voila, you get a tank of water. Now, A lot of these are kind of questionable. Don't look very good as far as the water that you get out of them, and sometimes that's all you got, but then you make do. But this one actually has a reputation of being quite clear, and so you can see the bag I pulled out of it. This is a dirty bag to begin with, but the water in it is quite clear. If I stay hydrated, I stay healthy, and I want to keep it that way. So I can make the water stretch, I can make it last longer, but if I know there's a reliable water source, you know, my motto is don't show up to a good water source thirsty and carrying water. Drink what you got. Oh yeah, another 100 down. All good, all good. Down there, somewhere, don't know quite, I've got to cross that big valley, walk along the LA Aqueduct tomorrow. And hopefully do it before it gets too hot. Well, between the cistern that I showed you earlier and this stream here that we're looking down, right here, that was about 8 miles. And in that 8 miles, I went ahead and I drank 2 liters of water. And that's just knowing that I knew this was a reliable water source, at least for now. I knew it was flowing, and I knew the cistern was, and so I wanted to keep myself hydrated. So I've been, you know, I drink a lot. There's one surefire way of knowing you're staying hydrated on the trail, and so, you know, with that, one of the nice things about this year and not having so many people on the trail is pretty much any time of the day, at any location, I can pretty much step off the trail and take a pee, you know, and I'm not worried about someone coming down the trail and catching me in the act. So, you know, anytime. I mean, I'm peeing right now. Just kidding. Or am I? He's just chilling it. I'll move forward and then he's going to take off. I think he's going to take off. Buddy, come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on. Look, I don't want to get bit. Well, I'm just going to walk over here. You are just having a great day. Hey, it's a great day. It's day 20 on the PCT. Just want to finish up what happened on day 19. I got into Hiker Town. I was going to do a little bit more recording while I was there, but I met 8 other thru-hikers, and they were getting ready to leave. And that's kind of typical. People will rest all day. They'll take kind of a down day, rest all day, and then when it starts to get dark, they'll make the trek through this portion of the desert. It's not hard walking, but it is known for being pretty hot. So they were all leaving, and then when they departed, I went over to the gazebo area to start charging things, and Richard, the owner of Hiker Town, was there, and he's not there that often. He has a caretaker, and now he has a new caretaker named Martha, and she's just a wonderful, wonderful lady. But Richard himself is not there that often, but he was there, and we started talking. He's a Marine, once a Marine, always a Marine, served from 1958 to 1964. So we started talking about that, started talking about kind of how, you know, he made money, and he, through a series of events, became a movie producer for Disney, and that's what he did. And you'll see a lot of props in Hiker Town from different movies and that sort of thing. But he owns Hiker Town, and he does it really out of the goodness of his own heart. Everything there is free. He doesn't charge for anything. They've got all these little cabana, you know, rooms there. They're made up kind of Disney-esque, theme park-esque kind of thing. But nice places to stay with a bed and a nightstand. He's got showers there, a place to charge, place to get water, and just hang out before thru-hikers take on the task of going across the desert where the LA Aqueduct is. So I really want to put a shout out to Hiker Town. They were closed when I started my PCT hike, but a couple days after I had started, they had opened it up, and that's why I didn't really know about it. But in comments and gut hooks, that's where I saw it was open. Decided to go in. Absolutely well worth the time. I mean, Richard took me in. You know, he fed me. He gave me some really good food, and then dessert, ice cream with strawberries, a beer, and we just, you know, just had a great conversation. He is a really, really nice guy that's doing it out of the generosity of his heart. So that place is well worth staying at, holdover spot, if you're doing the Pacific Crest Trail. So instead of electing to take a down day, I actually got up early, 3 a.m., started hiking at 3:30, and I figured I'd get some of this get done. It's starting to get a little warm out here, so but I've got my umbrella up, as you can tell, and it keeps it a little cooler. So I've got about another 4 miles before I hit the first water point, which is 17 miles from Hikertown. The next water point is about 8 miles beyond that. Anyway, it's a great day. I'm having a good time. It's a windmill farm above near the aqueduct. To give you a perspective, that's the valley that I had to walk across. Way, way, way over on the other side. Lengthwise too, not just straight widthwise. Hey everybody, this is Tyler Horse Canyon. This is what marks the end of the aqueduct section, where you're out of all the heat in the lower elevation, and this is the second water source that you come to, but this marks the end of that section, kind of a victory dance. Most people celebrate here and say, hey, this is, you know, they accomplished something. Usually getting through the aqueduct section is problematic, and it got warm, I'll tell you that. It got warm. My umbrella got some use. But here I am. I made it out. So the decision was either to stay here, continue on, or continue on, and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and continue on. I've done 24 miles. There's a tent site in about 8 miles from here. Unfortunately, it's all uphill. It's about a 1,500 foot ascent, but that would put me in a good position for tomorrow. The other thing is this is the last water source, reliable water source, until the cache. There's a reliable cache under the Tehachapi bridge in 24 miles, and so I've got to pack out enough water here to get me up the hill, and then breakfast tomorrow, and then get me the remaining 16 miles to the cache. So I'm going to be carrying 4.5 liters with me. It's just one of the many pleasures of being in the desert and trying to find drinking water. It's all good. I'm coming off the mountain, heading towards Tehachapi Bridge, and it looks like today I'll be going through another wind farm all through here. I mean, I can see the modern windmills as far as the eye can see. So this is the water cache that I've been coming off the mountain hoping it was here. If it wasn't, I would have been in a world of hurt, but fortunately, Trail Angel came through in Tehachapi. Really appreciate it. There's about 20 gallons left here. I mean, it doesn't look like anything special, but it's huge. And then right over here is where I wound up spending a chunk of the afternoon. It was over 95 degrees, and I needed to get out of the sun for a few hours. And so I rested up, and now it's about 5 o'clock, so I'll be getting back on the trail, getting up, hopefully up into the hills where it's cooler, and I won't have to worry about this heat in the valley anymore. So that was it for the PCT from Acton KOA, mile marker 444, to the Tehachapi Pass, overpass, at mile marker about 566, 567, about 120 mile stretch. Most people go into Tehachapi here, resupply, restock, that sort of thing, take a shower. I'm continuing on, as you know. It's about another 150 miles, 140, 150 miles to Kennedy Meadows, and that'll be my next resupply. So I'll push on to there. All right, see you next time. It's been great.
There was a time in this fair land